Hello, my name is Christine. I am a Pathways Guide. I'm with Division E, District 84. Today I'm going to talk to you about being a BaseCamp manager. So we'll start out, we'll go to the Toastmasters website, and we will first of all log in. Let's see, I've got a little screen here. We're going to log in. My name actually comes up and I can log in. If you don't have a login, then you hit forget password and it will help you to get logged in. I'm going to log in. Now if you haven't disabled your pop-ups, you may get a pop-up blocker when you hit the Pathways screen. We're going to look at go to BaseCamp. But if you did get the pop-up, you would go here to the little lock button and come down to pop-ups and hit allow, so that you can get the information. Here the first tile says choose your path. If you haven't, you can choose your path. And this is for people who are going to be getting paths in printed materials. If I clicked here, I have already chosen my path. So it would ask me if I wanted to choose a second path, for which I would have to pay 20 bucks. Now here, if you belong to more than one club, it will be listed here. I'm going to sign in under my own club. You could sign in as a Pathways Guide. Now, if you belong to multiple clubs, say you're speaking at Club A tonight, then you should put Club A as your home club. It doesn't do anything to your path. It doesn't matter which path or which club you're in. Your path is yours, and you will carry it with you to all of the clubs. And so if you're in Club A tonight, and you're going to give a speech there, you want to make Club A your home club, because then they'll be able to give feedback. Your evaluator will be able to get the evaluations if you haven't already given them to that person. You'll be able to receive badges only from people that are listed in the home club. If you're a VPE, as many of us are, you can log in as your BaseCamp manager, which is your Vice President of Education. If you log in as a member, you get an entirely different section. So this section is only for people that are either the President, the Secretary, or the BaseCamp manager, and primarily this is the BaseCamp manager's domain. Here, if there were any pending requests, they would come up here, and they might be level completion requests or permission to do an outside presentation. If you wanted to go to a different kind of club and do a presentation there about Toastmasters or any other subject, you would go here and you would ask for an approval. You would write out what your speech was for, when you were going to give it, how long it was going to be, and perhaps a general outline of what it would be. Then this is where we're going to look at now. This is the members' progress, which is very important to all of us Vice Presidents of Education. If you're not a VPE, that's all right. You can ride along and you can check out this section and see if it might be something you want to do as an officer role next time. This is always a series of charts here. And you can have charts that talk about individual progress, path progress, how many people are in any given path, path type, that has to do with whether it's printed or digital, recently selected paths, everything that's new, and then external training, and that shows what people are doing things outside of the club. I'm going to bring up a brief tutorial. I'm not going to go into any of these charts here, because this is my club and this information would be for my people, my members, and so as a matter of privacy, I'm going to click out of here and I'm going to go to Manage Tutorials. And you will find the same thing either here where it says BaseCamp Manager, or here where you find the 5 graphs that you might get that I just took you from. They're in either place. This one is the general one with the generic numbers. So this is where we're going to look at things. This is a special tile just for people who are working in printed material. This is for completion levels in people who are not working in printed material that are on BaseCamp. These are your project information and resources, projects outside of the club. So the manager kind of does a brief overview, and then each tile expands upon what's in the general overview. So I'm going to look at individual progress dashboard. This talks about each member. We're going to launch it here. and we are going to have a tutorial up here. And I'm going to let the individual progress tutorial tell you a little bit more in detail what's happening.
Use the Individual Progress dashboard to review each individual member's progress through their path by level. Begin by selecting the Member Progress tile from the BaseCamp Manager homepage. Select the One Individual Progress tab. To ensure you have the most up-to-date information, refresh all graphs. To refresh all graphs, select the Options drop-down menu and then select Refresh. To confirm the refresh is complete, check the last refreshed date and time. Each graph on the page shows individual member progress by path. There are 5 graphs, 1 for each level. In this example, there are members working in projects in levels 1, 2, and 3. The bar indicates the number of members in each path. In level 1, there is 1 member in Motivational Strategies, 1 member in Strategic Relationships Trent, and 2 members in Team Collaboration. Select View Details to see which members are progressing through the level. Under the Transcript Status heading, you will see Registered when a member has added a path to their transcript. You will see In Progress when a member has launched projects in the path. You will only see Registered in level 1. You can also see the percentage of the path a member has completed under the Curriculum Completion Percentage heading. This information is especially helpful when you are determining which education goals your members are working to achieve.
All right, so let's close this window out. And we are back here, and I'm going to launch this BaseCamp overview for a brief moment here. And we're going to look at some features. Loading, it always loads in a smaller window. And I don't want to resume where I left off. So I'm going to start right at the beginning and show you a few things. We need to expand this. Let's expand it all. I can expand it all the way out. There we go. And here we see the menu button. So each one of these projects has different things. Here you see the overview, the information, resources, and so these are things that you saw when you did the BaseCamp overview. So you can do it through the tiles or you can do it here. And it says here, close the window to return to BaseCamp. So we'll go back to BaseCamp. No, I'm going to, all right. Usually the things that are in the bold print here are live links. You can see that when I hover over them, it tells you about each thing. So let's return to the BaseCamp Manager overview because I wanted to show you this first one. It's a little bit different because these are in bold, but when you hover over them, it does not give you a live link. So you verify the project. We have seen a little bit about how to do this. You have to look into it. If you have people that are doing things outside of the club, or if you are away for a little bit, it's always a good idea to ask them to keep their first page of the evaluation that ask the evaluator to talk about what they did that was good and what they could have improved upon and what they could use to challenge themselves. That page you can ask to see. The page with the numbers on it is their personal information. So anytime you need to verify something, you just ask for that. And if you're a BaseCamp manager and they cannot provide those things, don't be afraid to say no. I know it's not nice, but sometimes you have to do that. So now we'll go to the next page, and here you can see in the bold print, it's Research and Browsing Tutorial. And as you go through, you have your little next down below. So it talks about doing things outside of your club. I'm going to close out of that. And here we are back at the BaseCamp Manager site. So here you have all of your different overviews that you can do as the BaseCamp Manager, and this should help you with any problems that you come up with. If it does not, or sometimes I know it's a lot easier, just call somebody who already knows the answer and find out what you do next. And that's perfectly okay. You're always welcome to call me. I'm here. My schedule is sporadic. I can't tell you exactly when I'm here, but I will provide a phone number in the link, and you can call me, and most often I will answer that phone because I usually keep that with me. That's my cell. If not, I will get a message, and I will certainly be back, because I want to thank you for watching and let you know that it's a joy to be your Pathways guide. Thank you and good evening.